And coming to you live from the Stutzman Sports Complex, right next to the Kenny Weast Band Camp for only brass instruments, where the weather has taken a turn for the better, and everybody has been outside. It's now hot here in the savannah. The Super Bowl is right around the corner, and the Winter Olympics have started. Curling is back, baby. Curling is back. It's Sports Allegedly.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this episode of Sports Allegedly. Thank you, Sean, for that way overly long, too fat, and just boring introduction.
Are you calling me fat, or are you calling the introduction
just the
fat?
whole introduction
You know what?
was just fat. It just come out very fat and sloppy.
Don't be fat shaming the introduction.
No, never would I fat shame. It was just fat. Just
you
thanks.
fat shamed the
I said
introduction.
thank you for the fat, boring.
You know what?
It wasn't fun and fat.
We're about to have a curling segment. That's what we're going to have.
All right, thanks for joining us on this 7th day of February, day before Super
Curling!
Bowl 60. I think it's 60, yes. Seahawks,
Yeah.
Patriots.
I had to go look that up. With
in a suburb of
LI?
San Francisco.
Santa Clara.
So we'll obviously talk a little.
40 miles
We'll
away.
talk a lot about that. We'll open. We'll talk about that, and then we'll get a little bit into some coaching changes still, some player moves that are possible. Some that
Jim Schwartz not going back to the Browns. That's really going to hurt.
and
that
yeah,
one.
that's in some notes. So we'll talk about that a little bit. But let's talk about. We talked about last week. We didn't give our predictions, but let's talk about the Super Bowl. Obviously, we come off the NFC Championship, AFC Championship 2 weeks ago. One game, boring, snow-filled Patriots.
I think that was going to be the most entertaining game because you're just like, who's going to do something?
Who's going to score?
Who's gonna
Who's
get
going to
it
make
going?
a first down?
Who's going to get it going?
And that was the cool thing about Vrabel is he just said, we'll keep punting. You know, they didn't go for it on those 4th and 4s, 4th and 3s. Like, it's punt. It's punt. No reason to go for it. Because Denver can't score. They're playing their backup quarterback. You know, obviously they were behind the.
Also, it's Kenny's takes on relationships. Just punt it.
What? No. So the
Just punt.
but you don't lose. See, they won. So, but no, what I was saying is, it was a good game plan to do it because of the weather, and Stedham was there, and he had a first. We talked about the first half was really good. That's when Denver should have capitalized on some of the scores.
Stedham got a coach fired, and I'm like, dude, how can you fire the guy for the job that he did with your backup?
Well, Peyton didn't take field goals in the first half when the weather was nice
but
either.
he's not going to take the blame for it.
Of course not. He fired Lombardi. An ancient, like a legend in the family lineage.
I can't wait to see him end up on the Raiders.
I also think he also fired him so they could promote Davis Webb, who people were talking about moving on as well. So you promote him to offensive coordinator, you can't go lateral. You know what I mean? So, but if he was going to get play calling abilities, he could have because Sean Payton still calls the play. But anyway, enough about the fucking Broncos. Who cares? Let's talk about how these teams got there. Let's first talk about the Patriots. Now, the matchup in this Super Bowl obviously is intriguing because obviously both have really good defenses.
It's two teams that were not picked to go there at the beginning of the season.
No, definitely not. And you had Sam Darnold coming in, Drake May, second-year guy, but you had Vrabel coming in, changing the culture, bringing in new players, and Diggs was a good player, wasn't cancerous like we've seen or allegedly had heard at other when he was at Buffalo.
And I told you that's that lesson that you learned. That's that that Randy Moss that I think Keyshawn might have had to learn that lesson as well. Did Owens ever learn that lesson of just keeping his mouth shut and playing?
No.
But Randy Moss, you remember he went through all of that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know during the playoffs right now, we just looked at it. Keyshawn Booty is the leading receiver for the playoffs. Not for the season as a whole because we're just looking at season leaders here. Season leader is still Stephon Diggs, but I know Boot is the leader for the playoffs.
So Sam Darnold obviously comes in on a 2-year deal. Minnesota probably should have kept him, obviously.
Minnesota's already kicking themselves in the ass.
But, they had only wanted to sign him for a 1-year deal, and Seattle kind of gave him the 2-year money type deal and the option.
And there's a report that
plus he had the for sure
there's a
starter.
report that Minnesota's looking for a veteran as a backup.
We'll talk about that too later when we talk about some of the teams in free agency. But threw for over 4,000 yards. Darnold, and then you see Kupp go over there. He leaves the Rams they trade DK Metcalf. I thought that would be a huge loss.
I did too.
I mean, we knew Smith-Njigba was going to be good. If you preview any of our past podcast draft time, he was one of our higher picks. Thought he was going to be a for sure deal in the NFL.
He's been really good the last 2 seasons.
We just were kind of wondering, is the quarterback going to be good enough to make that happen with him? And then but now he's QB1, wins Offensive Player of the Year, he's wide receiver number 1, and they got a good quarterback to throw to him. So no, I thought Seattle. It's just the whole team very young, good draft picks. You know, obviously their organization is run really well. Willie. And you know the McDonald coach is. You could see what Baltimore was kind of missing too.
Don't call him the McDonald coach. It's Mike McDonald. Michael McDonald.
But you know, you could kind of see what Baltimore has been missing since he left.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, as far as the play calling. But they got good young players on defense. Sam Darnold's come around. You know, we knew Kenneth Walker's always been good.
Hold on, when he was in Baltimore, I thought it was the talent. I really thought it was the talent. And now you see him in Seattle and what he's done and what Baltimore has regressed to without him there. Nine times out of 10, it is just the talent that makes you look good.
Oh, for sure.
That whole thing. And he was the one that made the talent look good.
But I mean, I think they're pretty talented, especially youth-wise, on Seattle as well. But you know, you look at DeMarcus. Who's the guy from Dallas? Why can I not think of his name? Lawrence. Oh. He's had a hell of a year this year. And what a huge pickup from them when Dallas wasn't going to pay him the money. They forked out a crap ton of money for him.
Philly.
And it kind of surprised me.
There's an O-line coach out there that OU should try to get.
Already, we'll talk about him in our notes.
Oh,
We're talking about Super Bowl. We're talking about this.
I've got 88.
Yeah, I see that. So as far as that goes, Seattle, heck of a year. Wanted to talk about, you know, their schedule. If you could, there was let me give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 teams that played schedules this year above 500.
Move that giant fucking monkey paw.
No, because I'm gonna ask you. I got a question for you to see if you can guess. There was what did I say? 15?
15.
Okay, 15 teams that played schedules of 500 or better.
Yeah.
Okay, and Seattle. If you go cruise up there, they're setting about
Seattle and New England.
They're about the middle. Oh no, New England. We'll get to New England in a minute. They had the easiest schedule of every team in the NFL, but there was only 4 teams that played teams over 500 records that had winning records. Can you name them?
4 teams that played over. I know the Bears were 1.
No, Bears had the 4th easiest schedule.
What are you looking at?
I'm talking about strength of schedule.
Yeah, isn't the hardest at the top?
No, that's the easiest. You see that .39 win percentage? The hard ones are down here.
Oh.
So 4 teams had winning records. The Bucks were so close. They had like the 5th hardest.
Well, Carolina should have been. No, they playing an easy.
They did not have a winning record. They were 8-9. But they did play an over 500 schedule. Quit Googling it.
I'm just looking at the team. I'm not Googling it. I need to go look at. I don't want to leave that screen right there. So I need to go look. And I'm trying to remember. I know the Bills played.
No.
I'm trying to remember who went through what. Let me go look at the standings.
I will give you.
Hold on. No. Shut up.
Hold on. I'll give you a hint. There's 3 NFC
Pittsburgh.
and 2 AFC. Yeah, Pittsburgh's 1. Yes.
Jacksonville.
No.
No, Jacksonville.
No.
Denver.
No, Denver had the 2nd easiest schedule.
Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm. Three NFC.
Rams.
Yes.
And Niners.
Yes.
So that's my NFC.
Uh-huh. No, you have a 3rd one.
After Seattle?
No, Seattle wasn't there.
Oh, okay, so the Rams, the Niners.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit, I missed another one. There's another
Philly?
one. No, there's another one. I forgot
they
had a
be
winning
Green
record.
Bay.
I forgot they had a winning record.
It can't be Green Bay.
No. You got the Rams, and you've got...
Yeah, the Rams, the Niners.
Yes, and you got one more. NFC.
But yeah, it's got to be Philly.
Mm-mm.
I can't be any one of these people.
It is.
Detroit?
It's the Vikings.
The Vikings?
Yes, the Vikings had one of the toughest schedules. Okay, now AFC. You had 2 winning records there.
What'd I get? I got Pittsburgh and...
Oh, I'm sorry. 49ers were not included in that. They were right on the fringe. They were .498, so stretch them. It was the Vikings snuck in under them.
Okay. Chargers?
No.
That's weird.
Nope, 2 AFC teams.
That's what I was... It couldn't be Houston.
Oh, you got one.
What?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I got Pittsburgh. That's what I was looking for.
What's the other one?
I said Denver, but you said no they were...
No, it's a playoff team
Chargers.
that has, if they had a quarterback that played worth a fuck, they'd been really good this year. And they were really good this year.
Buffalo?
No, you were close. Your little marker's right there on it.
Jacksonville?
Texans.
I said Houston.
Oh, I didn't hear that. But anyway, so there you go.
That's why I didn't say Texans again.
But anyway, long story short, if you look at
It's
all
a
the
long story long.
Yeah, but if you look at all the other teams that had teams that played over 500 teams, you had records 8-9, 5-12, 6-11, 6-11, 4-13, 8-9,
looking at the middle.
3-14, 8-9, 3-14, 3-14, 3-14. Those were the team records that played the above. Now let's talk about the 5 teams that played the easiest schedule. You going from, or let's go 6. Bills had an easy one, then the Chargers, then
How
the Bears.
did the Bills get an easy one?
Well, you got the Jets. I mean, and then you've got the Bears,
How did the Bears get an easy one?
Cowboys.
Didn't they come off a schedule where 2 of those teams had just made the playoffs?
I don't know. I'm just talking about how the final strength of schedule was formed. But anyway, that was my point I wanted to get to is the New England Patriots, while I think they've had a miraculous season, Drake Mays played really well. Finished second in MVP.
Well, I sent you. What was that thing I sent you? Coach fired. NFC or AFC South. No, it's NFC South. NFC South. Coach fired. Coach fired. Coach fired. NFC South. Coach fired. NFC South. NFC South.
So
I sent you that.
So the Patriots opened with a Raiders loss, if you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Then
the Raiders were back.
Yeah. Then we Then we go on. Then we go on to see them beat the Patriots. They lost to the Steelers. Then they beat the Panthers. They killed them, which is a good win. They beat the Bills by 3. Beat the Saints, who
They
was
split
bad
with the
early.
Bills this year, didn't they?
Titans they beat. They beat the Browns. They beat the Falcons.
Oh, yeah.
They beat the Bucks. They beat the Jets.
Definite cupcake.
They beat the Bengals without obviously Burrow.
Yeah.
Beat the Giants. Bills beat them again.
And that's what I'm saying. Look at that. Look at that. It says,
Bills beat them for the first time. They
It
did
goes-
beat the
it goes-
Ravens, which is a good
It goes
win.
AFC South. Coach fired. Coach fired. Coach fired. NFC.
But then you got the Jets and the Dolphins again. So, great record, best turnaround. They're a little early. They probably should have been maybe looking at
I'd give
Super
them a
Bowl
year.
run next year or
Yeah.
year after with more plus. But hey, it's been a great
But
run.
I
I
do
just
that-
don't think that.
And I do that every year. Is I don't look at a first year coach coming into a team and saying, "Okay, we're turning this around."
Well, you're going to
this
get
fast."
you're going to get a little bit of a bump.
I will
obviously.
say that Ben Johnson coming into the Bears, he had all the pieces in place already. The worry was on the defense.
Yes.
I mean, you already had that offense built. Eberflus had built that,
Yeah, for sure.
and you were looking at your question was your defense and your quarterback,
You talking about who?
the Bears.
Oh no! You needed they built it.
No, I
from-
said the offense was already built.
not the offensive line. I think that was the hugest,
They-
the best
they-
pickup
they-
is the interior offensive line. They
Tooney
improved.
and because
And-
he got
yeah.
he got
2 guards.
What did
and-
he get
You got
this-
2
he got-
guards.
he
and
got an
a-
award.
Something about
Interior player.
or something. They have a kind of a goofy name for it, but
it was interior player.
no, I thought that's how they built well. But you got a better play caller, a guy that had some
And your
offensive
defense
mind.
was the top turnover defense in the league.
You had Bieniemy there as your running back coordinator, which you could tell that was a huge difference. They got the kid from Rutgers in a late,
Mogwai. I'm just calling him Mogwai.
late pick, and he turned out to be good. But that offensive line made a huge difference, and Caleb Williams looked better.
Caleb
looked
Williams
more
not running
comfortable.
well. Caleb Williams not running around like a jackass like Justin Fields also makes your offensive line look better because they can hold those blocks and they know where their quarterback is. Instead of the quarterback running over here, and them ended up with holding calls because they don't know where the quarterback is.
Yeah,
So your metrics definitely improved, and you saw what happened when that quarterback ended up on the Jets, and how far that team fell down, and Aaron Glenn blaming everybody. And I don't even everything I'm looking at. Are they even taking a quarterback in the first round?
who?
The Jets.
Well, I mean, I've told them to trade up. They've got plenty of picks, but everybody's saying
So-
Mendoza's for sure to the Raiders. So
But I mean, if you look at the 2 teams that are in the Super Bowl, out of the top 5, who's out of place in that you wouldn't have expected to even
49ers.
No, the top 5.
Oh, Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Well, the Patriots too. I mean, because that's quite a turnaround.
No,
for
I'm just
one
saying.
year.
I'm just saying in this. Yeah, but Vrabel always has a good defense.
Sure. And you got the Broncos, which,
we knew that they were going to do something
better.
different.
But we also
knew they were going to do something.
Chargers
this
had
year.
multiple injuries in their offensive line. Kansas City went to shit. Is the Broncos a team that could potentially not make the playoffs next year? Would you bet money on that? I mean, that's probably a good prop bet.
Yeah. Well, without Lombardi there to help.
Yes, without a Lombardi. Yes, that could be it. That's it. So no Lombardi and it's toast. But then you look at the 49ers as well. I mean, they were only plus 66 differential because they had some problems on defense,
well,
just
massive injury,
and just like the Bears did as well.
And they picked up Raheem Morris as their D coordinator.
Yeah, I thought that was. I mean, Saleh's good enough too. I mean, he's worked there. That was fine. I think that was more of an injury type thing too, though.
Here's your fall off, right there.
Think so?
Yep.
Possible.
I think they end up.
They Sean's obviously pointing to the Bills.
The Bills. They might make the playoffs, but.
I think that was a whole horrible just everything about that. But okay, getting back to the Super Bowl.
Seahawks had the hardest walk to get there. We all know that. They had to go through San Francisco twice. They had to get through the Rams.
That's like
twice.
a cakewalk. Come on.
Well, if you look at the one, they only won 13-3 on that.
Because they rested half the team.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they did. They knew they'd beat him. They didn't try hard. I know. I'm kidding. That was for the division championship. I get it.
It's Brock Purdy. It wasn't Brock Purdy. Well, okay. So you want to talk about Seahawks open the season with a loss to San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Then they beat up Pittsburgh, New Orleans, Arizona. And then they lose to Tampa. And then you beat Jacksonville and Houston, Washington and Arizona, and 2 of those teams were in the playoffs on the other side. You lose to the Rams. Then you go Tennessee, Minnesota, Atlanta, Indianapolis without Danny Dimes, and Carolina. That's not – if it weren't for the Niners and the Rams – and that Houston-Jacksonville doing better in the season and Pittsburgh somehow having a winning record, that is a cake schedule right there.
No, I mean it was down the line. They were in the 4s. I mean, they wasn't as easy as.
But what I'm saying is with San Francisco and the Rams, and then having to play Jacksonville and Houston, who ended up becoming very good teams at this season.
Well, yeah, I mean that's 2 great wins right there.
And like I said, Pittsburgh ended up with a winning record again.
Split with the Rams, obviously.
But look at that line there: Tennessee, Minnesota, Atlanta, Indy.
Well, they played the NFC South, who's average. Obviously, we know that. Carolina snuck in with an 8-9 record. All 3 teams are tied for first place. They just happened to win some sort of cute little tiebreaker. But. But the as far as I was trying to look for the.
I will say that New England did have the easier of the 2.
Huh?
The easier schedule of the 2.
New England, not Indy.
Yeah, I ended up saying New England. I started with Indy. I don't know why.
Oh, for sure. That's what I was saying. That's why it concerns me a little bit about trying to pick them because they have kind of skated through there.
And everybody's pointed that out throughout the season.
Yes.
It has been pointed out throughout the season that New England has had a very easy schedule.
So now obviously this is Fox.
Now next season, what do you think they're going to get?
So what now?
New England, because they're going to have to end up playing Denver, because that always happens. The championship teams always end up playing each other.
Generally.
I don't know what the rest of their schedule looks like.
They're the North, right? No, they're the East.
Kenny, I know Kenny's taking Seattle. I'm taking Seattle. I know this is a rematch of, 2 Super Bowls? 1 Super Bowl? How many times have they played each other?
So next year, as far as the AFC East, they will face the teams in the AFC West, which would be Denver, and the NFC North.
Oh, God. Really? Well, ladies.
Not easy.
Not
easy at all.
Not easy at all. Especially with the fact that
Who plays the South? NFC South. Pick them to go to the Super Bowl
Hold
and
on.
have a good record.
Well, here's the thing. Did everybody in the NFC North all have winning records? Wasn't it everybody was 9-8, 9-7?
Well, yeah, Minnesota was last. Yes,
But they
yes,
were
yes,
but,
yes,
but they,
yes.
no,
Minnesota was last.
no, Detroit was last
Oh,
at
no.
9-8. Yeah,
Oh,
Minnesota
whatever.
Minnesota
Yeah,
was
whatever.
9-8 above them.
Yeah.
And
Oh, and the AFC West teams will also play the NFC West. Broncos toast. I'm gonna pick them. That'll be my bold prediction. No playoff for the Broncos next year.
like I said, there's a fall off.
Yeah, there is a fall off because that's gonna be some tough scheduling. Then they have some cross conference games against the South.
Get out of here, rooters.
Damn
Nobody
it.
likes you. This is what we want. This is what Daddy 79. Let's see.
All right, Sean.
Okay.
Anything else on? Anything else?
Well,
on-
are we gonna pick scores? Should I do?
you shouldn't probably.
You know it. I've
Yeah.
already told you. And has Jeff sent it to you?
No, he'll send it to me tomorrow.
Okay.
So Sean's in a friendly wager of popsicles and candy bars for the winner. And,
I want those damn kids. Actually, you know what? I want the injured
And
bitch.
so
Because he wants to be the king of it all.
so he is picking. He's picking Seattle to win. I can say that.
Yeah, we can say that.
And I'm also picking Seattle. I'm going to go 31-24. I'm taking the over on this. I think generally you watch a Super Bowl game, you tend to see some of these games start out really slow. And I don't think this is going to be it. I think these two teams are going to be.
Rashid Shaheed.
I think you're going to see some big
Have
plays.
you seen the way he's been playing at the beginning of every game?
Wait for a punt return or a kickoff return. Wait for a safety.
I still do not
something.
understand why New Orleans got rid of Shaheed. I know they have Olave, but Shaheed was your number 2 guy. Shaheed was your guy when Olave, because Olave was injured a lot.
Yes.
And I do not understand why they let him go. I don't remember what they didn't even get like something spectacular out of him for that trade, did they? Like a second round or a third round? Trade a guy.
I don't remember.
Trade a guy in a 4th round, 5th, and now look at what he's done.
I'll look that up real quick.
Okay, there's the Seahawks the first time in XL. That's my
They got sent him to the Seahawks for a 2026 4th and 5th round pick.
That's
a
all
lot.
it is. Yeah, but that's all it is. It's
Well, I
not.
mean-
He should have been a second and a 3rd rounder, or a second, at least 2 seconds. This
Yeah, but
year's
his,
and next
but his
year's.
contract was expiring. He wasn't going to re-sign.
I know.
So yeah, I thought that's a hell of a trade.
Okay,
that is a trade that wins for both. Okay.
Well, actually, I think Seattle won better, especially in the
Well,
season.
no, I mean you won't know that until we see who their 3rd or their 4th and 5th round pick is. That could be a future Hall of Famer.
Okay, so here is Super Bowl 49.
Okay.
That was the first time the Patriots and Seahawks met, correct?
Yes.
And that was 28-24.
Is that the Malcolm Butler interception?
No, I believe that was the Vinatieri kick, was it not?
No, I think that was the Malcolm.
Was that the Malcolm Butler?
Because they only met once, didn't
I
they?
thought they met before.
Not them two. Not them two.
No, you're right. That was it. Yeah, that was the Malcolm Butler. I could have swore.
That was the one where Russell Wilson should have ran the ball, or they should have ran the ball.
not Russell Wilson.
Because
but the
Marshawn
beast.
Lynch.
Marshawn
yeah,
Lynch.
yeah.
He was right there.
Oh yeah, it
Give
was
me
like
the
the
ball.
1 yard line.
Give
It
me
was,
the
it was a weird. I was at the bar watching that game. Crazy.
I think everybody
The
was
whole
somewhere
bar
watching that game.
No, the whole bar just erupted because it seemed like no one wanted Seattle to win for some reason.
No, nobody.
And
Where
you
I
know-
was at, nobody wanted New England to win.
But you think about it, wasn't that how many? What was that? Was that kind of the Patriots' comeback to the Super Bowls? Because didn't they go for a while without being in one?
Yeah.
Or they had lost that one,
Because
and then they keep going up because they disappeared for a little bit.
because the Ravens Niners Super Bowl, I was in Montgomery watching that one.
And if you remember,
I
Seattle
think
won.
I was in Denver watching this.
Well,
one.
and Seattle had won the year before, so it would have been back to back. You know, that was another thing that people were rooting for the Patriots again because it'd been a while since they won.
Right. So the Patriots had gotten started back in. Was it 2000?
Well, now that 96, that was the Bill Parcells.
What?
Um,
Oh, that was Dallas, though.
no, for the Patriots.
Oh, 97.
That's when they come back.
Right.
Yeah.
That was
So
that was their first one
Yes.
back since '85.
And then Belichick takes over, and then they get back in
could've
there.
swore
No,
that
they get
Tua
back
won
in there,
in
and they beat
2002.
the Rams, and that was great.
That was Vinatieri.
Because I hated the Rams.
Oh, you
And-
just hated Kurt Russell.
No, I like Kurt
Warner.
Warner. That was the year they beat the Buccaneers in the NFC Championship like 11-6 or something. We had the best defense in the league, and we held them to like 11 or 13 points, and Sean King could not score shit.
Right, and then
we brought Gruden back the next year.
The 2002 was the Cheater Bowl,
Whatever.
and then New England went on a tear for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle loses to Pittsburgh because that was Tomlin's only win.
Yeah, and I believe that was Mike Holmgren, Matt Hasselbeck. I'm almost positive.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got,
Then
that
Indy
was
beat-
Lovey, right? Lovey's year with
Dungy versus Lovey.
yeah, and
I thought that said Cornette. I was like, what? I mean, it does, but
was that Dungy? Did he coach?
yeah, that was Dungy. That was the first ever 2 black coaches
Okay, that's
coaching
right.
against
That's
each other
right.
in
Okay.
the Super Bowl.
That's right.
And that's, right after that was when the Jay Cutler shit started, and it murdered Lovey's career, murdered everybody that
I
played
was so
there.
happy for Tony in that.
I was happy for
And
Lovey.
then you had the craziness of the Jets.
This is Tom Coughlin.
Yes, of the Giants beating them, and that wasn't the craziest one. It was the one that the Giants beat them later, and I believe that was in 2011. And I believe that was the year that the Patriots were undefeated, correct? And that could have been the year they broke the record. That was the only
Yes.
game they lost was the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Giants, and he killed, and it wasn't because of Manning. The Giants always had really badass defenses, and Tom Coughlin does not get enough credit for being a
He
hell
really
of a
doesn't.
coach.
He
And
really
look what he
doesn't.
did with Jacksonville as an early team. Took them to the NFC championship early. In his career as well.
He's
there.
doing GM shit now, isn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he I know he's still in
Obviously, the Patriots was the comeback of the century.
In the 2018
yeah, and
Super
then you
Bowl.
got the Eagles that beat the Patriots then. Patriots come back, beat the Rams in one of the most boring Super Bowls in history.
Horribly boring.
It was horrible.
Horrible.
And then you got the Chiefs beating...
This is the start of the Chiefs.
yes.
Because that was the 2018 was the final year.
Was that Garoppolo? No, who was the 49ers quarterback in that? Was it Garoppolo?
It was Garoppolo.
Yes. So Chiefs beat them pretty handily. That was a boring game. Buccaneers killed the Chiefs because that defense was out of this world. Rams beat the Bengals. That was a really good game.
We watched that here.
Yes. Chiefs, Eagles. That was
Watched
a great
that
one.
here.
And then obviously
watched that one here.
That Chiefs San Francisco game really felt like it was Chiefs all the way. You never really thought
You didn't know that Brock Purdy was keeping him in the damn game, did you?
Well, I mean, 22 points in overtime. Wow, cool.
Doesn't matter, but they were
scored 22
still.
points.
Kansas City only scored 25.
It's because their defense of San Francisco kept them in the game.
That
It
means
wasn't
that,
Brock,
that,
it wasn't
that means
Brock
that they.
Purdy.
Okay, then what about Kansas City? What's their excuse? They only had 22 points going into overtime.
Because San Francisco's defense kept them in the game, is what I'm saying.
But what about the offense over there? What was Kansas City's excuse? What kept them in the game?
Nothing. Well, I mean, they've always had a good defense. I mean, you have to give them credit for the defense,
well,
but they did give
Brock
up
Purdy,
35 the
Brock
year.
Purdy got them.
They
there.
give up the 35 the year
Brock
before.
Purdy got them to the title.
And then the Super Bowl last. In 20
Great.
in 20
Everybody cheered, except
Did
for a lot
we?
of people. Yes, I did.
No, for the Eagles.
Yes. Yes.
All right, what was last year's? Remind me. I already forgot.
That was last year.
Oh yeah, that was last year's. Okay, I was looking at the date. The season was wrong.
That was
God, and boy, have the Eagles have
Yeah.
fallen.
yeah. Well, that happens. You tend to have a fall off, and we can talk about that there because that's what happens.
Jeff Stoutland, longtime offensive line coach, did
I guess
retire.
it's our Super Bowl talk.
They
then?
were- yeah, I mean, it's going to be good. I think I plan on it being a really good game. I think it's going to be one of the better games of the year that we've watched because I think both teams on defense are really matched up. But they give up those plays. I was talking about Seattle. I think that if you want to look at something, look at Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield having a good game as far as some catches. Same with Kenneth Walker. Watch the running backs in the receiving type area
The
because
slots.
they're going to give
The flats running out.
they're
the
going to be
flats and the
Diggs
slot.
is going to be so heavy covered. Smith and Jigba is going to be so heavy covered. They're still going to and Rashid. They're still going to be focusing on those.
One
guys.
of the problem, and I was watching
But,
videos.
but
Hold on,
but
I
Hunter
was- I
Henry
was
too,
watching-
for
Hunter
the tight
Henry's-
end, is another guy to watch.
I was watching
Arkansas
videos
guy.
on Smith and the Jigba, and they were like, "This is how defenses are losing him. This guy's just running this route, and you're thinking that he's staying on this route, and all of a sudden he just stops and turns around, and he's just sitting in this open space because the cornerback has just kept going."
Well, I think that's a good thing that Sam Darnold's we could call him a veteran guy now. He's not.
Oh, yeah,
a
he's
rookie.
definitely. Hey, he's not seeing ghosts anymore.
And so he's a veteran guy.
haven't brought that up.
That looks and builds good relationships with his receivers because that's what you got to do. If those guys are on point, that is always what's going to help them do that because the defense is always at the disadvantage every time.
Well, yeah, the way they do the rules now, the defense is always disadvantaged.
Sure.
Even if we have defense that you can call it defense, you have to teach you guys how to re-hit. You got to teach guys how to re-tackle. You got to teach guys how to re-defend. Every time, every season, it feels like the owners come up with new stupid ass rules that have to make the defenses readjust to how they play, how each player plays.
There's
on that
just no
defense.
love for the defense.
It never is. We should go back to clotheslining, guys.
Yeah. Well, I think it would. The ratings would go up.
Well, that's what the NBA needs. They need more fights. They need the hand fighting back.
That and less damn reviews. My word.
All right, so now officially we are moving on to NFL shenanigans.
Yes, let's do it.
So, a very prominent O-line and run game coach came open this week. I don't see why OU shouldn't try to target him if they can get him. Philadelphia Eagles. And you see the difference of this season and last season for the Philadelphia Eagles. He was not calling the run game this season.
Oh, gotcha.
I was reading the article on him, and they had taken those. They had expected him to stay for this season. He's got a great O-line. He builds a great O-line.
Mm-hmm.
But he had been calling the run game, and they said that Sirianni took that away from Sirianni.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, had taken that away from him, and he didn't call the run game this season. And you see the huge difference, the struggle that Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, all those guys
Looked
had.
totally different.
Yeah, it was night and day. But I think OU should try to get him if they can. I mean, it would be nice. I know he's an NFL guy. He's probably going to end up on the Bears.
There's some openings.
Well,
that's
since
for
they
sure.
just lost Bieniemy, because Bieniemy's just moved back to Kansas City
Oh, I could see him if
as
he
the
doesn't-
offensive coordinator.
If he doesn't want to, yeah.
And he was the run game guy. So why wouldn't you just say, hey, you've had really good seasons over here in Philly, come over here and do the run game. We're not Sirianni, fighting the owners for your jobs year in and year out, or Kenny Weist's criticism. Now. Kenny's criticism of the Philadelphia Eagles is very deep, and it goes just to Jalen Hurts.
No, I think Jalen
And
Hurts.
Sirianni.
Jalen Hurts is an above average.
He
quarterback.
doesn't like Sirianni. He doesn't like Hurts.
No,
Who else on that team do you not like?
just this.
Just those two.
Just
This. It's like Brock Purdy and Kyle Shanahan. Do you like Kyle Shanahan?
I do.
Okay, so it's just Brock Purdy.
Yeah. No, I don't dislike Brock Purdy. I just don't think he's that good. I don't dislike
He's
him.
the most successful last man drafted. He's the most
okay,
successful Mr. Irrelevant.
Okay. I mean, and he's very average, and he makes above average salary. He's paid in the top 10, and he's not a top 10
Is he
quarterback.
in the top 10 now?
He makes a shit ton of money now with his new contract.
Currently. Well, that's until guys start redoing that. Kirk Cousins just got cut.
Not yet, but it's coming.
I thought he was. I thought that they already
No,
announced
I think
that.
there's a deadline they got to wait till or something.
No, I thought they just did it. Isn't that
Or
what
they
the
got
news said?
or they. Oh no, that's not right.
Oh, two cut.
Yeah,
before the
there
key
you
date. Before the date where they have to
There's a
pay
key date,
him.
yes.
To pay him that money.
So you still on? Okay, so
New league year before the new.
well, okay,
before the new
and
league.
going back to, I was looking at something that I wanted to pull up as far as the. Where is this at? I was
God,
trying
who
to
would
look
call
at the offensive coordinator changes in college. We'll get to that in a minute. Along with, but I got the
I haven't even looked
I
at
got
that.
the defensive ones. There's some juicy ones in there, but I cannot find
I
the.
have not even looked
I
at
cannot
that.
find the offensive
Let me
one.
see if I can
That
jump.
drives
You go
me
ahead and
nuts.
start.
Go to Football Scoop. I like Football Scoop. There's your credit, Football Scoop.
I'll
for
be
the
Vegas
offensive.
Insider Football Scoop.
Yes. So anyway, about Jeff Stoutland resigning from Pittsburgh or Philadelphia, rumor has it that left guard Dickerson and then Lane Johnson possibly both considering retirement. We knew Lane was talking about it previously, so maybe that's going to be the reason you need to do OCs. And then also Davis Webb. We talked about Joe Lombardi. Davis Webb's going to be the new OC for Denver because he was getting that. Jim Schwartz did officially resign, so either he has to take a year off or I think the Raiders have to let him out of his contract if he wants to coach this year. I think Clint Kubiak, who's going to be the new Raiders coach, obviously needs to get him. That would be a hell of a hire. That would kind of trim this Crosby stuff down as far as the trade, even though I think that trade might happen if they're not going to be a contender. Look for Dallas, Tampa Bay, and someone like Washington maybe, and maybe even the Patriots to bring in a Max Crosby with the trade, and the Jets, but he wants to go to a winner, so look at some of those winner deals, even though we talked about, like I said, yeah, that's exactly the one I want.
Well, and you know that Crosby.
So save that up there.
You know that Crosby could end up back on the Bears. This could be a Khalil Mack thing again.
Well, now that would be a good one.
That's a lot of the time.
So if he gets traded, he's obviously going to go. He wants to go to a winner. So, but no, you talked about the Vikings earlier. They're obviously going to look for, the reports have come out with a veteran quarterback. Duh. J.J. McCartney's not going to ever be a good quarterback. He's Brock Purdy worse. So let's just end this discussion. He's never going to be a good
I
quarterback.
never thought I'd hear that out of you.
No, I mean, we were wrong. He's not sharp. He's just not sharp. He's just not sharp. He just doesn't play well. The game is too fast for him. You could tell. It's too fast. He makes mistakes. You talk about you're supposed to have one of the best OCs as a head coach.
Exactly, and
in
you
the league.
do. And look what he's done with all these players.
Except him. Now,
Carson Wentz.
Are you going to waste?
Carson Wentz.
Are you going to wait? I mean, he didn't play much. Are you going to waste Justin Jefferson on this guy and Jordan Addison on this guy? You know,
Jordan Addison's wasting himself, so let's not.
Well, no, but I mean, he's not a one guy. Addison's not a one. So stop.
No, it's not even. No, it's not that. He just got arrested again.
Whoops.
Yeah. Jordan Addison just got arrested again. So.
Oh yeah, but wasn't it kind of something stupid?
For him, yeah.
Yeah. Was it?
For
Wasn't
something
like,
he did
wasn't
stupid.
super like major crime, was it?
Yeah, it was like beat up somebody at a house party or something.
Oh, did he beat up someone? Okay, well,
Something
scratch that.
weird.
That's not stupid. That's a no-no.
Oh, no, wait, though. That was the Georgia guy. The Georgia guy beat up somebody.
Yeah, I don't think Addison. Was it like some sort of theft or some shit? Or
Possibly.
I don't remember. Failure to do something or... Anyway. So. Jim Schwartz, the hot commodity out there. Yes, he was a trespassing. He forgot...
Misdemeanor trespassing at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Confessionary after release.
That's a casino.
Confessionary. It's your confessionary.
Yeah, that's right.
After refusing to leave a restaurant. But the charges were dropped. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, see, I thought it was something stupid. That's a misdemeanor for trespassing.
But it's adding to his history of off-field
No,
legal
one
issues,
of those... No, here's what happened.
speeding and DUI.
He's
got a drinking problem.
But hold on. At the Hard Rock, and he might just have a party problem. He's at the Hard Rock, and then somebody gets into it, and some badass security guy who's about 4'5", no offense to security, and goes, "You're gonna have to get out of here, sir." And then he becomes a big fucking scene, and he arrests him. That's how that shit goes.
You know, as former security guy, I kind of take offense to that.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Let's talk. And by the way, I want to go back to the Super Bowl. According to Fox News, overall at the end of the season, Seahawks had the 6th best defense, 7th best offense. Patriots 8th best defense, 3rd best offense. It shows you that you generally cannot go to the Super Bowl with a big sway as far as what you got between both. You've got to be
unless it was the Giants versus Ravens Super Bowl.
And both in one
Great
big offense.
defenses. The defenses were like 1 and 2. The offenses were like...
Well, Ravens was way down.
Well, Giants were too. Kerry Collins.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But, he didn't have a bad year that year.
He was in the middle.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't have been there.
That ain't no kidding. All right, let's move on. Let's talk a little bit about football. Congratulations, Jay Valai, cornerbacks coach and co-DC, moving to the Bills as the co-defensive coordinator. Great. I think that was a great hire for the Bills. Obviously knew it was coming because Joe Brady had worked with him, or not Joe Brady. Jim Leonard had worked with him when Jay was at Wisconsin. They were both at Wisconsin together. Yeah. So hell of a pickup. Obviously, OU's looking for a corners coach. I think we're going to find a good one. I'm not really concerned. That's one of the deeper areas of our team too. I mean, we're in good shape.
I mean, we'd had a lot of success.
And Jay was
change and turnover, and that was the one thing that we'd been looking for years.
And Jay was a part of that
because our defensive backs had all gone to shit.
So, wanted to talk just to give you all the update and courtesy of Football Scoop, who gives you everything as far as that. But we just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the. Now that everything is kind of slowed down, all the changes are pretty.
Allegedly courtesy.
Yeah.
Flush.
Yes. It's so. Two offensive coordinators, some big changes coming to that. If you'd scroll down a little bit, Sean. Chad Morris is back.
Are we not going to talk
former
Hold on, we're not going to talk about Colorado.
Well, I'm going down the list. I'm going down the list. It's CLCO.
You said to go down.
No, I went to screen me down, sir.
You don't want to talk about Arkansas with Bobby Petrino and Tim Crampsey?
No, I don't even know who Arkansas's head coach is now. But anyway,
it's Sam Smith.
I know.
Sam Pickens.
That's a guy from Memphis. No, Carolina brings Chad Morris in. Garrett Riley got canned. He's currently the quarterback coach at Iowa State, I think. Ooh. How the mighty have fallen. Nick Petrino, obviously.
Whoa. Huh? Who's the quarterback coach at Iowa State now?
Garrett Riley.
Oh, yeah, because the whole new coaching staff.
Yeah. Chad Morris takes over for Clemson. Think that's a good hire. Nick Petrino, obviously the Petrino family. He's a new OC at Coastal Colorado. Brendan Marion made the huge mistake.
Coastal Colorado.
Coastal Carolina. I like a Coastal Colorado. That would be mountain coastal, wouldn't it?
I can see the ocean. It's coastal.
If you stand high enough on the mountain, the clouds are real good. You can see the Gulf.
Can't.
No, I know. Brendan Marion, who I love. I told you this in a previous when he went to Colorado. I'm so disappointed. Get out fast. It's not going to turn out good for you. You're a hell of a coach, though. I was screaming for OU to hire you as the OC.
My surprise.
Instead, we hired Seth Luttrell. You see how well that worked out.
My surprise was Gus Malzahn retiring.
Yes, that was a surprise.
He's out of nowhere.
Yeah. You think he's really retiring?
Mm-hmm. I think he's actually done this time. I think him and his wife want to canoodle, move back to coastal Arkansas.
That's very possible.
Or just stay in Florida where they've lived for the last 10 years.
All right, we got
Buster Faulkner left Georgia Tech.
Yeah, obviously went to Florida. That was a big move. And then as you go down, you obviously Charlie Weiss left Memphis or Ole Miss.
Charlie Weiss
goes to LSU.
Junior.
Yes, junior. But if you continue to go down, Sean, John David Baker left ECU, who was a surprise team last year, and now he should be. If you look at Ole Miss, if you go further down, he should be the new. He should be the new quarterback, or I'm sorry, new offensive coordinator. Yeah, David Baker's new offensive coordinator for Ole Miss. So Chip Kelly goes to Northwestern. Great. Arthur Smith, our Pittsburgh Steeler bystander, go up just a smidge. Our Pittsburgh Steeler bystander goes, why in the hell would Arthur Smith get hired at Ohio State? Do you know who Arthur Smith's dad is? He's a founder of FedEx. Talk about some Neil money, baby. If your son's coaching there, you could get all the money you want.
True. Plus the fact that
that's going to happen.
No, plus the fact that Ryan Day has been bringing in professional guys to coach.
Correct.
I mean,
that is kind of changed.
Coordinator.
Bobby,
Arthur Smith.
And losing Heartline's going to be big for them.
Right.
I'm just letting you know. Bobby Petrino.
Yeah, we're going to see what happens with Justin saying.
Bobby Petrino goes and works for one old man at Arkansas now to an old man at North Carolina, which I think that's a great hire for Belichick. I just don't like everything around that team.
Can you imagine how that office is going to smell?
No, I don't.
The smell of old man.
I just don't like. I don't like anything about Belichick. Belichick's got all his family and friends.
Plus, they have the same. They have the same taste in women. Very young. And
there's nothing wrong with that, Sean. All right, moving on. So Kendall Briles goes to South Carolina. Obviously, they need a big change there. He comes.
Well, we're looking at Oklahoma State. Doug Meacham is gone, and now Sean Brophy's in with the new coaching staff.
Yeah, and followed him.
And that's our Oklahoma State.
hour.
Yeah. Go down a little bit, see if we missed anything else. I know Tulsa.
We did. South Carolina fired Mike Shula after
I just said
we all
Kendall
knew.
Briles. Did you listen to what I talk or just look? You know, I just mentioned that.
I know.
Tim Beck goes to South Florida. Good hire for Heartline. That was secretly not really talked about, but I thought that was really good. Kevin Barbie.
Our University of Tulsa
yes.
Brad Robbins.
Gone, not
is
inexperienced.
gone,
Kevin Barbie has got
comes
some
in.
experience. Obviously, Alex
Now,
Morton.
did Robbins get fired or did Robbins get hired?
Not real
else?
sure. I don't know what he done. I haven't even looked up him. But no, so let's move on to the defense.
Well, the whole new UCLA offense coming in. They got Dean Kennedy and what's his name is already promising a Big Ten championship.
Who's that?
The coach for UCLA.
Oh, nice.
He's already promising a Big Ten championship.
Tosh Lupa? Is that how you pronounce
so?
it? Oh no, it's Brad. It's no. It's God, James Madison guy. Bob.
Oh God,
Bob's-
Chet Wagner.
Let's go to defensive hirings. Let's move on from that.
Oh, that was fun.
We're giving everybody the quick breakdown of every coaching move and to see if anything really sticks. You know,
Hugh Hefner.
do what?
What?
Not Hugh.
Hugh.
No Hugh.
Why do I want to know Department of Justice changes?
Bob Chesney.
Kenny
Kenny
Chesney?
Chesney's.
Damn it. Huh.
Just kidding. They're not related.
I don't have.
I don't think so. Anyway.
Why is there not a sports scoop?
What? It's on there. I had pulled mine up and lost it because that's what I do. That's what I do.
We go with a sports blitz.
I just wrote down a few. We'll talk about a few that I saw that really stuck out. Brent Pry, former Virginia Tech head coach, goes back to Virginia Tech as DC for James Franklin. Gary Patterson gets hired at USC. Horrible. It's not going to end well for one of them guys. I'm just letting you know. Will Muschamp, Texas. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. We saw that a long time ago.
There's something funny about that, too. Jim Knowles,
I think he's going to take
Tennessee. Thought that was a hell of a hire by him.
Yeah, and that was that was what's oh here we go finally. God damn it, who's the head coach? That was Heupel pulling some shit out of his ass to get him to go there. Because you know that Knowles looked at that and goes, "Hey, I got you, bro. I see what's happening down here. I see that your team is struggling because you're all offense and your defense can't keep up. And Knowles is a very good recruiter. So we're going to look at a turnaround at least. I know that their quarterback is trying to sue his way back in. Chambliss was not allowed back in. You saw that. They denied the courts denied Chambliss his year. But Aguilera for Tennessee was trying to get another season, and he might be denied.
I know Owen Heineke didn't get.
So Ted Roof went to Boston College. We thought that guy had retired. I got your list for your D coordinator.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I thought that was the big ones, and obviously Ted Roof back at it. The old.
You just can't stay away.
He just loves coaching. He likes that paycheck.
I don't know if it's the paycheck. I think
He's all right. He's just
doesn't want to be at home.
He's very vanilla. Anything else you see in there? I already went over mine, so that I thought that was good.
Well, okay, so Georgia Tech again. They had to change. They've got Jason Seymour now. Illinois still doesn't have one.
I saw that.
I don't know who Jesse Bobbitt is for Iowa State. In relation to the other Bobbitt. Jay Bateman, Kentucky. I do know that there was talk about bringing Mark Stoops in as cornerback coach.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
For OU? Yeah, we're not doing that.
He's the only Stoops that hasn't coached there.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. That's done.
Oklahoma State.
I don't like them. I don't like Chip
Cassidy.
Viney either. I don't want him.
He's
been talking.
So Skylar Cassidy just moves over from North Texas to Oklahoma State doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm, correct.
We're looking through here.
Mike McIntyre, former Colorado
Oregon.
coach.
Well, Oregon losing Tosh Lupoi
That's who you're looking.
Yeah, Penn State. That's
So they brought in Chris Hampton.
Danton Lynn was the other one. I thought that was a hell of a pickup. Gets from USC.
The Anton?
I think Penn State put together a really good staff. Look for them to do.
And that is a coach that you have said was average.
He is. He's always going to be average at Iowa State if he's a good coach. Now he's going to have all the bells and whistles.
He did very well.
Up and down,
Iowa.
up and down.
Right.
It was a roller coaster. 6-6.
Oh, it just says
10-2, back
okay.
to 6-6.
All right, here Michigan. It was the same thing for Michigan.
What do you
The Michigan coach Whittingham.
Utah. Oh yeah, formerly yeah.
When he was at Utah, up and down, up and down, up and down. What do you think? Do you think he's going to have a better season?
Not the first one. He needs more time.
He needs more time with those guys. I mean, he's coming into a very, very well built team.
But I mean, so you got Iowa. This is Matt Campbell.
Oh, John Grantham went to UAB.
Yeah, this is.
Gary Patterson.
That's what I just said.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. USC. I said that's not going to end well with either one of them. You wasn't listening. I know. 3-9, 8-5, 8-5, 7-6, 9-3, 7-6, 4-8, 7-6, 11-3, 8-4. That's Matt Campbell.
We got Brent Pry going back to Virginia Tech.
I already said that too. You really don't listen to me, do you? I mentioned all that. I'm
Ladies
sorry.
and-
I hope other people listening. My partner
Ladies and-
doesn't.
ladies
He
and
just
gentlemen,
sits
we're
there.
gonna-
I mean, just repeat. Thank you for giving all that repeat information that I.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have
That means it was good though.
We're going to have a special talk at the end of this about his feelings and me not listening.
Well, it's Pete. He's like, yeah, and what about Brent Pry? I was like, well, I mentioned former Virginia Tech coach Brent Pry went back as DC.
I don't think anybody listens to me.
That's probably true. All right, anything else?
Um,
It's 7. Let's wrap this baby up.
Yes, yeah. Really quick, the Oklahoma City Thunder lost tonight by 6 points.
No Shay, no Jay.
They are now 40-13.
It was an expected loss.
We forgot to talk about the Pro Bowl like everybody else did. I tried watching the highlights of it. I couldn't even get through that.
We'll talk about the trades next week after we recap the Super
Trades. I
Bowl.
was talking about the Pro Bowl.
Didn't think about it.
See,
Didn't watch
even
it.
that he doesn't listen to me.
No. I mean, I said we'll talk about the trades next week because
What
that was
trades?
big in
In the
basketball.
Pro
It's
Bowl?
huge. No, trades in basketball was huge.
Oh God, those are the ones that we went through for a week that we forgot to write down.
A bunch, but nothing really.
Except for
The Clippers one was the one that I saw.
Chicago completely dismantling their team. The Bulls just, I don't even know what's there.
Their first trade was really good. Vucevic or whatever.
No,
Then
we
the
needed
Kobe
him.
White
We
and all
needed
that.
him.
They didn't get nothing in return.
NHL news, Periani,
Nobody
he
cares.
got sent.
Even national people don't do hockey news.
He started with the Blackhawks, and I couldn't believe that they even got rid of him the first time.
You couldn't believe it? Me neither.
And ends up on the Rangers. They expected him to go to the Detroit Red Wings, and ends up out on the West Coast with the streaking LA Kings. Winter Olympics is starting. U.S. favored to win women's, not men's. How weird is that?
Mm-hmm.
We forgot to talk about. I gotta pull up. Where do I find curling? Curling results. You know, we could do curling. It's an old man sport.
Is it?
It really
Oh,
is.
is that the one where you sweep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sweep
Like
and
it
then
hurt
you've
my
got the
shoulder
polish.
or something.
No, man, it's very gentle. You just do it like you might hurt your groin when you have to
Oh,
get
gotcha.
stretched out because you are going to have to slide.
Sliding in. Get some good shoes.
I did see that the Avs lost again.
Nobody cares, dude. Nobody
Yeah,
cares.
the Avs are now 9 losses, 9 overtime losses on the season. Tampa Bay catching up to them.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's had a good run, actually. Not that I keep up, but I do a little
Oh, he
bit there.
keeps up.
All right.
He
Thank
keeps
you all
up.
for joining us. Enjoy the Super Bowl tomorrow. Eat a
All
bunch
right.
of food. We're doing Phillies here in honor of Philadelphia not being in the Super Bowl.
Is either he's being lazy?
No, it's hard fucking work. I'm making them like Philadelphia style. Well, outside Philadelphia, I'm not doing Cheese Whiz. Doing American and provolone. So, yes, they do. Yes, they do. Well, sign up. Let us know at Sports Allegedly if you Phillies use regular Cheese Whiz
use
in
X.
Philadelphia.
Use X.
An
It's
X.
probably better to get.
There you go, X. That's at Sports Allegedly. Isn't it?
At Sports
Yeah.
Allegedly.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. See you next week.
All right, bye.